Happy New Year to you guys. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome to the family. I'm your girl Adefemi Shimaski and you're watching Adefemi Talks. So do well to subscribe on this channel, do well to like my videos, do well to drop in the comment section what you think or whatever question you've got for me, and you're welcome to this channel. I'm going to be dropping some top tips to help you in year 2023. We don't want to be doing things the way we've been doing it in 2022. Each year comes with new expectations, it comes with new things, it comes with new challenges, and so for you to be able to face it head on and battle all the challenges that 2023 gives you and all the beautiful gifts it gives you, you've got to do things better than you have been doing it. So here are my top tips for 2023. Be careful of friends you haven't seen in a while that suddenly shows up into your life. They might be up to something. So what do I mean by this? There's somebody that you haven't spoken to in 2 years, and suddenly the person comes to town and be like, Adefemi, it's been a while, let's catch up. I'm in the UK right now, let's see. And the person starts warming up to you again, becoming your friend and everything. You should be wary of people like that. I'm not saying that the person has bad intention. It could be genuine that they are just in town and they decided to say hello. But sometimes somebody that you've not seen in a very long time, you should be careful of how you accept them back into your life, because there's been a gap in your friendship. It could have been 10 years, it could have been 5 years. There's already a gap in it, and you don't know what this person have been up to. You don't know what has been happening in their life. You don't know, maybe they've engaged in some criminal activities. You don't know what they do now. You don't really know much about them, and suddenly they're just back into your life. You don't know what their intention is. So before you just start embracing them and start sharing secret informations, most important things about yourself with this new friendly stranger, I would say you should be careful. Somebody that you guys have been apart for a long time and they just suddenly come back into your life. Be careful of what you tell them. Be careful of the kind of information you share, because you need to get to know them once again, all over again, before you can trust them enough to share important personal information. They are your friends, I understand, but you still need to be careful. As they say, wisdom is profitable to direct. If you feel like the omen they are bringing or the vibes they are bringing is too sweet, is too jelly, or is too friendly, be careful of the information you share with this person when they suddenly show up as friends once again. They might be up to something, they might not be up to something. Just be careful. Do an outline of your earnings and expenditure for the year to better manage your finances. And you know what? You've got to stick to it. This is one thing I've learned this year. Looking at last year, looking at the money I lost, looking at the things I struggled with financially, I wanted to do better this year. So what I've done this year to avoid all those unnecessary expenses or me eating into my tithes. If you don't know what tithe is, if you're a Christian, you should know that it's very, very important for you to pay your tithes. And this is 1/10 of your income, of your earnings, of whatever gift you've got is 1/10 of which you give it to God. And this year, I'm going to better manage my finances. I do an outline of what is coming in for me and how much I'm spending. If you are good with spreadsheets, it might be good for you to do it on your system. Do a spreadsheet of how much do I spend on NI if you're in the UK, how much does the taxman collects from me, do I put aside for savings, how much is my tithe from my salary. You do an outline of everything. How much are the bills that I pay, your electricity, your gas bills, your house rent, your phone bills. Do an outline of everything to better manage your expenses. It enables you to avoid spending unnecessarily. It enables you to know how much is left after you've sorted out your bills, how much is left for you to give to people back home, how much is left for you to buy luxury. You want to look good, you want to make your hair, you want to buy clothes, how much is left for you, how much can you afford. And out of this your money management outline, you also want to include savings. How much are you saving? So if my luxury money is about 120 pounds after I've removed all my expenses, then I want to be like, okay, what do I use the 120 for? How much clothes am I buying? Those are the things that will help you to better manage your finances, so that you don't spend more than you are earning, and you don't run into debt, or you start spending too much on your credit card, you start going into debt, you start borrowing money up and down. To avoid you doing all those things, you need to better manage your finances and try as much as possible to stick to it. Stop buying unnecessary things that will hinder your savings or affect your 2023 goals. I know that many of us, we've got plans for you to be able to like achieve all these goals that you've outlined for the year. You need to like have a saving culture. There are so many ways in which you could save your money. Some people just prefer to buy bonds, they prefer to buy shares, they prefer to buy stocks. So those are some things I do monthly. I try as much as possible. Maybe it's just 20 pounds. I just buy shares from Netflix or from Amazon. I just try and just buy something for that money. That is me saving that money for raining season. When I just need money and I know that I've looked everywhere, I'm stopped, I could just like, oh, let me sell one of my shares or something if it's worth it at the end of the day. Another way you could save again is contribution. So 5 people can come together and they will be contributing certain amounts of money. So the one we do, we are like 7 of us in number, and we contribute about 300 pounds per month. Each month somebody collects the bulk money. So it's 2,700. It's 9 of us, so, and we do it like that. So if you're from Nigeria, you know what ajo means. That is another way I save my money. Another way I save my money is I have this credit union contribution I do every month, of which before my salary gets into my account, they take certain amount of my salary. So some people would know this as cooperative. So that is what I do. That's another way of which you could save your money, which is very, very essential. These are money that you just stash everywhere for raining days. It avoids you having to like buy unnecessary things. When this money is in your account, instead of you saving it, you just see something you like, you just want to be like, oh, I want to buy this thing. Or somebody calls you and be like, oh, Adefemi, please, I'm so broke, my family is this, my family is that, there's this problem. Before you know it, you find yourself sorting out somebody's problem, whereas at the end of the day, you yourself, you're not okay that much. So you have to better learn how to have a saving culture. Stop buying unnecessary things that will hinder your savings or affect your 2023 goals. Luxury is good, but ensure it's either an investment or it's extremely necessary. So as I said, luxury is good. So if you're buying like a Chanel bag, you know that these are timeless pieces that you can either gift somebody, or you can sell when you get stocked. You can buy gold. Those are luxuries that you want to invest in. But you're buying a car that you know that at the end of the day is luxury, but you won't get return for investment. I don't think is wise enough. And so you have to ensure that the clothes that you're buying is essential. If you're not going out, you don't have an event, you don't have a party, there's no point you buying a particular material and just looking at it in your wardrobe just because, oh, somebody said it's good. It's good, you could buy if they're on sales, fine, but if they're not on sales, there's no point you going to use 500 pounds to buy a very luxurious dress that you have no occasion for. It is not important, it's just eating into your savings. Instead of you buying that 500 pounds clothes, you could wait for sales when you actually need it and get it cheaper, or you could just save the money. So you have to better manage your finances, ensure that it's necessary. If it's not necessary, avoid it, so that you can achieve your 2023 goals, so that you can better manage your finances. Instead of you having to do 5, 15 jobs, You can do one job and it will sustain you because you're managing your finances properly. Things will not always be perfect, so don't be too hard on yourself. Yeah, it's a new year. We've got to take things easy. Take it easy, be relaxed. Don't be too hard on yourself. Things will not always be perfect. The year is just starting out. Things might be a bit shaky, a bit shabby. It's as if, oh, why is everything looking like the way it is? Just relax. Don't be too hard on yourself. 11 more months for us to do better. Now, some of my own come bad pass, or is it that very bad for me? I'm very unlucky. Why is it that I'm always having challenges and all that? Don't be too hard on yourself. Why are things not working for me? Don't be negative. Just relax. Take it easy. Take each day as it comes, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's favorable or not. Just take each day as it comes. And I want you to know that it's going to get better. It will surely get better. Don't start feeling sorry for yourself and be like, oh my God, how I wish things are different. You're getting depressed. How I wish everything is falling in, lines are falling into pleasant places for me. How I wish things are this. Why I wish things are that. No, leave what ifs alone. Leave how you wish alone. Just live in the present. Leave what used to be and just focus on where you are right now. Be relaxed. Take things easy. Time heal all wounds, so give it time. You've been hurt in 2022. You passed through a lot, and you feel like, well, maybe I'm not going to come out of it. I've lost a lot of money. I'm not going to come out of it, or if I come out of it, I don't even know how it's going to be. Will things ever go back to the way it was? Will I ever find somebody that would love me? Probably you've just come out from a broken relationship or a broken marriage. You feel like, am I good enough? Maybe I will never find somebody that will love me. You've got to like take it easy on yourself, as I said. Time heals all wounds. With time, those things that you're saying like it's not working out, it will eventually work out. Remember something, where you are today was not where you were 5 years ago. Things have changed. It might not be drastic, it might not be evident, but things have definitely changed. Looking at yourself, you see that you've grown, you've matured, you've evolved. Things have been different. So that is to tell you that time heals all wounds. You get healed, and one thing for you to heal faster is you've got to forgive yourself. The more you feed your problem, the more it lingers, but the more you let it go, the more you seem like you don't care. It heals faster and you are able to move on from it. So time heals all wounds. Forgive yourself. Don't dwell on the problem and move on from it. May God help us in Jesus' name. Nobody wants to fail, but sometimes you lose some and you win some. That is one watchword. That is one quote that helps me throughout my life. It helps me a lot. It helps me not to get depressed. It has really boosted my self-esteem, and I'm seeing life from a different perspective. You having to remember and know that sometimes, I know that nobody wants to fail. We all want to be perfect. We want everything to work out the way we've planned out, work out the way we've planned it. We want everything to be 10 over 10 all the time. But my darlings, life isn't like that. Sometimes you're going to win some, sometimes you're going to lose some. Yeah, if you fail, and so what? If you fail, you pick up yourself, you try again. As a little baby would do when the child is trying to walk. You see them, they crawl and they stand up, they crawl and they stand up, they crawl, they fall. And when they fall, they look left, right, nobody's seeing them. They pick themselves up and they don't cry and they go. But when they see that some people are around, then you see them, they start crying, they look for attention. So be like that child. Once you fall, pick yourself up. Look left, right, nobody's seeing you, pick yourself up. And sometimes you think somebody is seeing you, but they don't really care. Why worry about what somebody is thinking? Continue your race, because it's going to get better. Don't give in to depression this year. Don't give in to bad energy. Don't give in to negativity. Pick up yourself. When you fail, when you fuck up, pick up yourself and try again. There are 26 letters of the alphabet. Is A to Z. You've got to try all 26 letters before you decide to give up. Give room for failure. If you don't fail, you wouldn't know where you've made the mistake for you to be able to do better. If you don't fail, you would not know you would fail, and hence you would not really actually be able to know if you can do it. So give room for failure. If you fail, pick yourself up, dust yourself, and try again. Sometimes you have to accept your circumstances and let God guide you in the new norm. This really speaks to me a lot because right now I'm going through something very, very personal. I know somebody that is going through a health condition, and the person keeps saying every day that there are things that I could do before, but now I can't do those things again. And the person really feels bad that they cannot do those things they used to be able to do before. I understand it, I get it, but what I keep telling the person is don't dwell on the past. I know you could do these things before, but now you can't do them anymore. But you've got to move on. You've got to let God guide you in your new norm. This is what is happening now. This is where you are right now. I know it's hard, it's difficult, but you can survive it. There's a reason why God has made it happen. There's a reason why God has permitted it to happen. So instead of you feeling bad or being angry with yourself, being angry with God, and somebody would say out there, you're not in my shoes, so you don't know how I'm feeling. I get it. I'm not in your shoes and I don't know what you're feeling. But one thing I know is God would is always there. There's a reason why He has permitted that thing. And all you need to do is just allow Him to guide you in your new norm. At the end of the day, things are not the way they ought to be for you, but you'll still be fulfilled to some extent in a way. It's a long list. I'll see if I can split it into two parts, and if I cannot, I'll just like bam, 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 be fast about it. So avoid procrastination. Never leave what you can do today till tomorrow. Tomorrow is never sure, so why put your plans and goals on hold just because of what ifs? As I said before, what ifs is going to kill you is the only reason why you will not move forward in life. What if I had done this way? What if I could have done it? Don't give room for regrets, Don't procrastinate. What you could have done today, don't leave it till tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. There's always tomorrow, there's always tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. So instead of you leaving it till tomorrow when you could have done it today and get it done with, what if when tomorrow comes you don't have the opportunity to do it? Sometimes opportunity comes but once. So procrastination, avoid procrastination in 2023. Whatever it is that you could have done, don't leave it for tomorrow. Do it today while you can. This one, what you will not take when you're rich, please don't take it when you're poor. This is very, very important. It cannot be all like overemphasized. Just let them know your mind at when due before it becomes too late. Because when you now say it when it's late, then the person starts saying you're changing, or yeah, it's because now you've become so arrogant because God has blessed you a little bit. What you will not take on a normal day, don't leave it till later to let people know. Just be yourself at every point in time. It really helps. So, calling your friends out when they hurt you doesn't make you confrontational or leave things awkward or mean you're hurting their feelings. It simply means you're giving them room to treat you right. Plus, you're looking out for each other. Something happened that I witnessed with one of our other friends, and she was complaining to me to say that's what she always does. That is this. I don't really like how she behaves, how she treats me sometimes. And I said, "Have you? This person is your friend. Have you spoken to her about it?" And she said, "No, no, no, no. I'm not going to talk to her about it. She's going to think I'm jealous of our relationship. I don't like confrontations." And I said, you confronting this person is your friend. You have to call them out if they make mistakes sometimes. But you not saying you don't want to call them out. I don't want it to seem like, oh, I'm hurting our feelings. But at the end of the day, they are hurting your feelings. But Adefemi, I don't like what you've done to me. I don't like how you've spoken to me. Please don't do it again. Instead of you keeping it or hiding it. Because Adefemi has spoken to you in a certain way. She didn't even realize you don't like the way she has spoken to you. She has hurt you in a certain way without her realizing it. And you are the one feeling this pain. Instead of you keeping that grudge or feeling that pain, you could have just ironed it out immediately and tell Adefemi that, see, don't do this thing again. I don't like the way you've spoken to me. I think we're friends. We should treat ourselves better. I feel like that means you're trying to like please them and displease yourself. You don't want to hurt your friend, but at the end of the day, you are okay with them hurting you. If you understand what I mean. So please, let's stop that in 2023. And at the end of the day, you're not better for it, and neither is your friend going to be better or treat you better in the future. So we have to watch out for things like that. The next one is setting right boundaries and following it through. My first advice to every lady, if you are in a relationship, either it's friendship, either it's relationship, boundaries must be set. Boundaries are necessary. Never forget those that God has used to shape and wire you into who you are today. So there are so many of us. Nobody will tell me that they were just born or they grew up with wisdom. No, we learnt it alongside. There are some people that God has blessed with enormous wisdom. To build up on this wisdom, you also learn from people here and there. There are people that have groomed you to be who you are today. It could be friends, it could be mentors, it could be your parents. Never forget these people that have shaped you and wire you into what you are today. Keep in touch with them, especially your mentors. Keep in touch with them because they are valuable people in your lives and they would always come handy no matter what. So paying it forward. Somebody has sent you to school. There's nothing wrong in you paying it forward by sending somebody else to school. To fight a king, you kill it as a kid. Keep your dreams to yourself. Whatever goal you've had planned in 2023, you don't need to share it with somebody that is not going to help you fulfill those dreams. You don't need to share it with somebody that is not going to help you to achieve those goals because it elongates achieving that goal. And we don't want that. We want everything to be fast tracked for us in 2023. Don't be a people pleaser. Be true to yourself. There's no point you trying to please everybody. You will never be able to please everybody. Everybody will never be happy with you. You only try as much as possible to do your best as much as you can. You'll never be able to satisfy everybody. So just do you. The world will adjust. Live your life without apologies. You start explaining to others, this is why I'm doing this. No. Do you. Be true to yourself. Do the right thing. And every other thing falls in place. Just be yourself every time. Live your life unapologetically. Live, laugh, do good to people, be at peace with all men, and you find peace at the end of the day. Don't worry. Forget about those loud noises that you're hearing at the background. The world will adjust. If they don't like the way you do things, don't worry. They will adjust it. With time, they will see the good in whatever it is you're doing, and they will just be like, it makes sense at the end of the day. Just do you. As I said, be intentional about your goals. This is your 2023. There's no dulling. No. Hustle mode activated. You are looking at how to better yourself career wise. You're looking at how to better yourself spiritually. You're looking at how to better yourself financially. You're looking at how to better yourself emotionally. You're not giving in for any emotional abuse, any physical abuse whatsoever. You're not giving room for toxicity. You're not giving room for negativity. You're shunning anything that is going to affect your 2023 goals. I know we all have our goals, we have aspirations, we have some bucket lists that we want to tick. We've got plans. And you've got to be intentional about it. You've got to pursue it. If you're looking for a job, you've got to be looking for those jobs back to back. Upload your CV. Upgrade your CV to the standard that is going to give you good jobs. Start looking for remote jobs. Start looking for better income. If it's YouTube channel that will help you, start going on all these YouTube links that will help you. If you want to travel, start pursuing your dreams. Start saving up for it. Be intentional about your 2023 goals. There's no room for excuses. There's always a reason, 1 million genuine reasons for that matter, why you would not be able to achieve your dreams. There is always an excuse out there. So you've got to be intentional about your goals. Pursue it with all priority, with all your heart, with all the intention that I'm not going to take no for an answer. I was trying to have a change in career and somebody told me that don't take no for an answer. That's where the person said it. And that is one thing that is keeping me going. This year 2023, I'm not taking no for an answer. If you say no to me, I'll try again. If you say no to me, I'll try again. Different places, shoot your shot. And I believe it's going to be better for us. You are the best version of yourself. There's somebody out there that is envying you and wishing that they have what you have. So don't take less because you have so much inbuilt in you. His marriage is not an achievement, it's a plus. They deceived us when they told us that you have to marry. They deceived us. I'm not saying marriage is not good. Marriage is beautiful. I'm happily married by God's grace, but it is not an achievement. It is just a plus. It has value to your life. And if you are single, you should still be happy. Aim to be happy. Aim to be successful. Just pursue your career. Do what makes you happy. Don't put your life on hold just because you want to get married or be depressed or unhappy because the man is not coming or because the woman is not coming. It will definitely happen. Just be relaxed. Do you. It is when you are working and you are doing you and you are doing what makes you happy, that the man will find you and will find you attractive. But when you don't have a job, you don't have job, you don't have money, you don't have nothing, the man will be like, what do you have? What do you have to offer now? What are you bringing to the table? Sex is not enough. Love is not enough. You've got to have, something upstairs that you're bringing to the table too. So as a lady, live your life, be happy. Whatever the Holy Spirit asks you to do not hesitate. Never hesitate. It might not make sense to you, but there's a reason why He has asked you to do it. If there's a thought that comes to you, there are times that some thoughts comes to me and I wake up and I just write it down. That's another thing I've learned this year, journaling. I've learned to start writing things down. On a normal day, I don't write things down. I just have everything framed up in my brain. Sometimes I do forget, but I just have it in my brain and I just pick it up when the time comes. But right now, I've learned the art of journaling everything, writing it down. Might be smart enough, but sometimes there will be situations where you forget what you're doing. So to avoid that, journal it, write it down. Whatever the Holy Spirit asks you to do, just even if it doesn't make sense, just pen it down, obey it, follow it through. And I believe and I pray that 2023 will be marvelous and beautiful for us. I hope I've been able to convince you guys and not confuse you that 2023 is going to be a better and a beautiful year. And these top tips, I hope it helps and inspires somebody to do better in 2023 and to achieve more than what we have done in 2022. And I pray that the challenges of 2022 will not follow us into 2023. May God help us, to be better versions of ourselves. Kindly subscribe on this channel. Don't forget to drop your comments. What you think on this video, what you think on these top tips. If you have more things to share, please kindly do well to drop in the comment section. Until I see you in my next video, you're amazing, guys.